Down the test section, you can probably see a lot of this cracking that I'm referring to. A lot of it in the inside wheel path. It appears like it started out to be longitudinal cracking and then had the other cracks develop laterally off from it. It's kind of a difficult type of cracking to characterize because you know, it doesn't really fit into exactly the categories that we would call block cracking or alligator cracking, yet it's not simply, I don't think it would be accurate to characterize it in terms of, you know, several hundred feet of longitudinal cracking and then several hundred little bitty transverse cracks here either. Although that could be done. This is one of those cases where it's going to be quite important to get the Pasco out here before it gets overlaid. Just because it is so difficult to accurately characterize what we have. 2+20 right here. And here's some staining which is developed out near the surface of the crack. It's kind of difficult, or can't really tell exactly what it is that's causing that. I'm anxious to see what the base material looks like in there, just to see if that might be something, or if we may have a little bit of stripping which is developed in that cracked area there. It is obviously siliceous, mostly white quartz material, and so it could very well be that what we have in instances like that, where we have some staining, is evidence of where the asphalt cement has been stripped away from the aggregate after the crack is open and permitted water to go down in there and work along with the stresses due to the loads which cross this. Coming up on station 4, you may notice that these marks here are painted rather than having tape laid down. The tape probably wouldn't stick in this cold of weather, and we had the paint available to us, and so that's what was done here. So we didn't want to go to the expense, or the Alabama Highway Department didn't want to go to the expense of placing the tape out there when it's going to be covered up in just a couple of months anyway. Here we are at the end of the test section at Station 5. Towards Foley, as I mentioned before. Looking back around. Nice 4-lane road here. That side over there was built quite a long time ago, and it's not even in contention here as a test section. All we're looking at here is in the northbound lanes. And we have this nice open section here. Oh, we're probably about a little less than 2 miles north of the bridge over the Intercoastal Waterway, which means that we're just barely north of Gulf Shores, Alabama. I believe the city limit sign is just down just a little ways south of the test section. It's where the drill rig is. You can see we've got I believe it's an AKG treatment here on the shoulder, the paved shoulder. Took a metal bar we had and made some rut depth measurements just to see what we had there. And the maximum rutting that I measured anywhere was around ½ an inch in the outside wheel path around probably right in this area here. Actually,